imagine what you might do if you were told that the couple you assume were your parents had bought you from kidnappers. If you knew that your biological parents have been searching for you for decades and then you finally met them, would you leave your adopted family to go back to them? Would you sue your adopted parents who raised you for years? Hello everyone, I'm Vica. Recently, the story of Sun Haiyang, who finally found his long-lost son, has gone viral on Chinese social media. After his son was kidnapped and sold at the age of 4, Sun Haiyang searched for his son for 14 years. In 2014, the movie Dearest, based on his story, grossed more than $50 million at the box office and brought the pervasive issue of child abduction and trafficking in China into the spotlight. The film was also selected for the Venice Film Festival and won critical acclaim. The film's main protagonist only asked that people take note of his mobile phone number in hopes that more people could help him find his abducted son. Back in 2007, someone stole his son, Sun Zhuo. His entire life was turned upside down overnight. He sold his possessions to fund his search and offered a reward of up to $31,000 for information on his son's whereabouts. A few days ago, after a DNA match was confirmed, Sun Haiyang was finally reunited with his son Sun Zhuo, who is now 18 and living in Shandong with his adopted parents.
我好像是上去他就从楼上跳下来，我真的害怕你回不来，回来了没有妈妈呀。
For Sun Zhuo, the reunion was like a dream. In Shandong, he had always thought he was 16 years old, but recently he learned that his true birth year was 2003. Sun Zhuo had lost all memory of his years before being trafficked. At first, he couldn't accept the new reality and wanted to return to his adopted parents. He also said that he would be very angry if they were punished. Chinese netizens debated the matter fiercely. It all came back to the original question: what would you do if you were an abducted child? Your biological parents sacrificed everything to search for you, but all your memory was with your adopted parents. They want a boy, so they bought one from the kidnappers. As a kidnapped child, would I forgive my adopted parents? In the movie Dearest, the biological father's character set up an organization to help many families find their kids. Because he knows the pain of losing a child, he does his best to help them. But when he sees another family find their son, he gives up. He witnesses that families collapse when the son doesn't want to recognize his biological parents. He also sees that the parents could not return their normal lives once their son returns. The reunion makes him think of his child who has been lost for 8 years, and that even if he was found, would he be the child he once had? Under the Chinese law, the maximum penalty for human trafficking is death, and the buyer can be sentenced to up to 3 years in the prison. At present, Sun Zhuo's adopted parents have undertaken legal measures, but the law also states that if the abducted child has not been abused and if the rescue is not hindered, criminal liability may not be applied. Therefore, buyers are often not prosecuted. For 13 years, the adopted parents treated Sun Zhuo well. They tried their best to provide him with a comfortable life and education. So it might be understandable that the abductee wouldn't want his adopted parents to be punished. However, buyers are not only an important link in the criminal chain, but also the source of the demand that directly fuels trafficking. Human trafficking is a massive global problem. The Global Human Trafficking Report published by the United Nations shows that in 2018 alone, 148 countries discovered and reported nearly 50,000 victims of human trafficking. In China, from January to November this year, public security agencies nationwide resolved more than 290 child abduction cases, arrested over 690 suspects, and found 8,307 children in a campaign to locate missing people that was launched at the beginning of the year. What What do you think of the adopted buyer? Should they bear the same legal responsibility as the traffickers? Today's keywords are 父母 parents, 父母养父母 adopted parents, 养父母孩子 kid, 孩子 Please leave your thoughts in the comments. I'm Vica. I share the hot topic on Chinese social media and teach you simple Chinese words related to the story.